Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, a little late. Things got ahead of me a little bit. That's what happens. You just go with the flow. In today's meditation, we look at things in different perspectives. And a lot of the times, depending on our current vibrational frequency, which a lot of us sometimes are not in tune with, because our minds are going too much into the future, too much into the past, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it causes us to lose our focus. When we lose our focus, all kinds of things are invented, if you will. They kind of come into us, and we perceive. For instance, if you were in the flow, and if you had contentment, quietness within you, and you were literally in the now, do you believe that you would become frustrated, that every word said to you would become disruptive or misinterpreted? It wouldn't be that way. You would be in a mode of conscious awareness centered within the now. This would cut off all chatter of future activity that the mind and ego are pumping you, and past activity that the mind and the ego are pumping to you. And this becomes when you're in it for life, and you've been in it, you're basically your entire life, you begin to realize that it's normal. It's a natural thing. It isn't. It's not unusual. It is just a natural thing that takes place and happens. But you have no reference to compare it to anything. So during the course of our existence in this life, we follow that path of the mind and the ego. And what happens is that the mind dictates to the heart mind, which is the emotion. And it tells the heart mind how to respond. And this is all the time. This is usually what transpires with any of us in any type of situation. If you become irritated, angry, or distressed on things that the mind has perceived differently than how they have been communicated, you become irritated, upset, disturbed, and discombobulated, so to speak. And when that happens, you invite more of it. More comes in and causes disruption. Now, you may not be aware of it, but it affects all of us. It happens that way. And a lot of the times we think we're in control and that we think we're in the driver's seat. We're really not. Okay? And so you just, in those situations where you find yourself becoming irritated or quick responsive to words said or communication spoken to you, flow with it. It's the only way to maintain balance. You flow with it. Doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is the way it's supposed to be in your own mind, but you flow with it. And you will find that it will dissipate. It won't hang with you. The irritation, the abruptness of you becoming distressed. And humanity is caught in that spiral just about on a continuous basis. And most of them don't know it. So what happens? Well, you become angry or irritated or stressed. There's a lot of different avenues that take place. And if you were head off any potential disruptive energies, low frequencies. These are low frequencies, guys. Okay? We must address the low frequencies because we're constantly being bombarded by them. And we're being, and they're all over the place. So for us to acknowledge them and say, okay, so there's low frequencies. Then what we would do is we would begin to understand, very simple, that this is a low frequency. So how do I handle it? Right? Give it love, embrace it, and it'll dispel when you face off with it. If you ignore it, it will become more and more irritable. You will become more and more irritable. And does it get you anywhere? What does being irritable, quick response, short-tempered, what does that do? It just invites more low vibrational frequencies. And that's exactly how things take place. But if you're aware, you say, okay, I'm getting irritated, I'm getting stressed, I didn't like the way that came through, I didn't like the way that person said this, so I'm going to just equalize it. I'm going to vaporize it. It does us no good. It never has, to have that type of response with ourselves. So, and then judging or assuming what we communicate. You know, how many times have you been in a situation where an individual, human, has come back and has made a comment or said something, and because of the tone or the communication wave of that human, you immediately respond in a certain way depending on how you have viewed that communication. That's what it depends on. It depends on how you see it, how you view it. Now, if it sinks in immediately to the heart-mind, the mind has already commuted and analyzed it and sent it to the heart-mind and dictated to the heart-mind as far as how that you're going to respond. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, the response is not pleasant. It's not good. And it creates more turmoil in the low frequencies, and it attracts like. So when you're in a low vibrational frequency, in any moment, in any time, in your course of your day, your evening, your morning, it's to be aware of it. Be conscious of the low vibrational frequencies. Be conscious of them. So that you know what to do with them. You say, here I go again. A lot of it's habit that we have picked up through, being born and influenced by parents and other people. This is how we have been taught. So those responses are automatic. They just are automatic. So in today's meditation, it's be conscious of the low frequencies that come to us, that we're faced with. This is important because when we can identify them, before we begin to respond, we can literally vaporize the majority of it. And we don't even have to go there, and we don't have to go through frustration, hurt, pain, period. So be conscious of low vibrational frequencies. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is relax. So much of humanity is so bound up in tension and stress and anxiety and worry and fear, prejudgmental, all kinds of stuff. And it wreaks havoc on the physical vessel, year after year after year, and then eventually it will take its toll. And that's what happens to so many of us as these bodies progress. So when you do move into relaxation, it is to drop the shoulders, it is to relax. The purpose of this is to ease the physical vessel from head to toe, inside and out. And to help you with this, you immediately want to move into the now. If you're not in the now right now, this is why we say move into the now. now disconnects the future and the past. By being in the now, you are not concerned about the future. You are not concerned about the past. You are only operating within the very moment you're in, which means that something could occur. It's over. It's past. A lot of people revisit it and linger with it. It's over. It's past. You walk away from it, period. You embrace it, you give it love, you walk away. So being in the now, helping to relax the body, is so important for us to do this. And as you are moved into the now, and understand something, you're in the heart-mind already. You should be operating from the heart-mind 24/7. Okay? And by operating from the heart-mind, moving into the now, you're merged with your God, the kingdom of God, your highest divinity. You're all one. And as you do this, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. And as you breath in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003, and then exhale through the mouth. For those of you who are new, the reason that we breathe in and hold it is because the breath is in the now. So many of us ignore that. We don't even know that. We just breathe. We take it for granted. And this is why so many of us have so many problems physically, because we lack of oxygenation of the body, because we shallow breathe. So the breathing, you breathe in nice and easy, but you breathe in full breathe in. You don't have to destroy yourself breathing overly. But breath in through the nose. You hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and breath out through the mouth. And you want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. And the breath is the now. It cannot be anything else. It isn't the past or the future. It is in the now. So as you're breathing in divine positive energy. And the divine positive energy comes in a constant flow. It comes from source creation. It comes from Mother, Father, God, Prime Source Creator God. It comes from collective consciousness of the universes. It comes from all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. And it is a flow. And it communicates through your God. Be conscious, as you are everything. Be conscious of the low vibrational frequencies that we tend to attract. Be conscious of the low vibrational frequencies that we tend to attract. We know what to do with them, see? But if they come in and they blindside you, you don't even know they're there. You're just doing things. So, be conscious of them. Think with the heart-mind before you move, before you act on these low vibrational frequencies. Understand what they really are. They are coming from within us. See? That's what we emit them. We don't think we do, but they are coming from us. Whenever you become aggressive or angry or disturbed toward another or thing or situation, it is coming from something within inside of you. The only reason that we strike out towards others in any way, shape, form at all is because of the turmoil that we are dealing with inside of ourselves that we suppress day in and day out. And eventually it overflows and it busts out. That's what happens. It happens to all of us. None of us are immune to it. But to be conscious about it is very, very important. Because you can temper. You understand where it's coming from. You get to know yourself even better and more. Now, when you breath out, you're breathing out all of the rationalizations that go through our minds that the mind and the ego play on us, where we go into the, as we quote-unquote, constructive analyzation of the event of whatever it has occurred to cause us to be in the lower frequency. So, in knowing that is empowering you to become more and more of the master and commander of your light ship, of your body. Now, we, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light, our halo. Our God energy is the light. And we're at the Earth's equator, so we literally are embracing the planet, and we encase her in a perfect sphere of deep, eternal love. It saturates our atmosphere above, below, on the surface, everywhere, all life. It saturates and floods all and everything with deep, eternal love. And it also saturates us and encases us in the same sphere. The only thing that can penetrate this sphere is deep, eternal love. Or us slipping into lower vibrational frequency can cause it to become disrupted. Because it's from within. Now, as we float up above the planet, we effortlessly float up. You're in the now. You should be relaxed. You should be calm. And as you float up, effortlessly, we immediately call on all of the light energy beings and located in all of the universes, all existences, dimensions, and densities, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. And they are only of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in joy. They are in peace. They are in benevolence, generosity, humbleness, compassion, caring. And they come in the Google plexus. They fill the sacredness of space. They fill everywhere. And they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels, all of the civilization, who are the highest of the highest and deepest eternal love, from the highest and deepest eternal love. They have assisted this civilization for eons in peace and joy and support and strength and protection, abundance, prosperity. And they are in joy. They are in peace. They are in benevolence. They are in generosity. They are in humbleness. They are in non-judgment. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand. They flock in the trillions. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. What does this mean? Love is everywhere. Joy is everywhere. Peace is everywhere. Benevolence is everywhere. Humbleness is everywhere. Generosity is everywhere. Compassion is everywhere. upon the ascended masters. These are those who have ascended out of the physical body, who have left the matrix, who have returned and have been assisting us for a very long time, and the risk of being trapped in the matrix again. They are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Mori, Abundantia, just to name a few. And they are in peace, generosity, humbleness, kindness, non-judgmental, caring. And they come without hesitation in this meditation, in this now. In massive numbers, arm in arm, hand in hand. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one, and we are all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of the inhabitants of hollow earth, inner earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of these civilizations who are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in joy, in peace, in benevolence, in tranquility, in generosity, and humbleness. And they come. And they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now. We are all one. We are all love, and our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon all the galactics, all of the off-worlders, who are only of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, only in those frequencies. They are in joy, benevolence, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, non-judgmental. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, our ascension, and freeing ourselves from self-imposed bondage and slavery. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in the billions, in this now, in this meditation. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. They are the highest of deepest eternal love. They are from the highest of deepest eternal love. They are in peace. They are in joy. They are in bliss. They are in generosity. They are in humbleness. They are non-judgmental. They are literally joy. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in this now, in this meditation. And they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We are always in the deepest of gratitude. call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms in this now, in this meditation, on and in this planet. They are of the deepest, highest eternal love, and from the deepest, highest eternal love. They are in joy, in peace, in kindness, in caring. They are in benevolence. They are in humbleness. They are in generosity. They are in non-judgment. And just to name a few, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now, in shapes, sizes, forms, colors, unlike anything we have ever laid eyes upon. In the trillions, they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude, as we are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitude. And we are all one, we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It said center circle. It is what we have created to house all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. It floods us with deep eternal love, complete peace and joy and stillness of mind. It reminds us to be vigilant of our low frequencies so that we can counteract them immediately rather than be caught by surprise. The more we know ourselves within, the less these issues will surface. We are conscious of the low vibrational frequencies that our mind dictates to the heart mind. We are the masters and commanders of our light ships, of this body. We look down upon the planet. We see all life, brothers and sisters, all shapes, sizes, and forms. The earth, the oceans, the air, everything, on and in. We flow with them. We are the one. We are together. Each piece of each of us is an assemblance of the source creation. We work together in harmony, in joy, in team capacity, in tribal gathering, where the ego is asleep and the mind is the servant of the heart mind. We work together. We love all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. We are one. All of us, this planet, the life on it and in it, the solar system, all of it, the universe, all of it. We are one. Everything is part of us. This is why we love every single aspect of ourselves. The good, the not so good, the bad. We're made up of all. Feel it saturate you. It saturates all that there is on this planet, ever has been, ever will be, ever. Immerse yourselves in it. Be conscious of who and what you are and the power that you contain. Joining the meditation, I'll return to close us out. your heart mind, it is not an easy task because we're not used to it. Anything new is a challenge, which is change. But be in consistent consciousness of who and what you are. You are God. You are the kingdom of God. You are the mind of God. You are source. You are one. You are the master and commander of your mind and ego. The only reason that we get upset or stressed in certain situations is because of what is happening inside of us. And it is through the mind that dictates to the heart mind that causes the emotional bleeding. So be conscious of who and what you are, of the things in this matrix that we are moving out of, but we're still in it. We're moving out of it. And to be aware of these frequencies, it's so often that we create. Understand, we are the creators. We are the manifestors. So take it with you throughout the rest of this day and evening, into the night and the following morning. And we will be back here September 9th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern.